Battlefield 6 might actually be the start of a new golden age of FPS. Let me explain. So I'm sure all the old heads out there like myself remember back in the late 2000s, early 2010s, it was like a golden age of FPS. When people refer to the golden age of FPS, it is around the Halo 3, Halo ODST, Halo Reach, COD MW2, Black Ops 2, and Battlefield 3 and 4 era of gaming. These three franchises were at their absolute peaks at this time. All FPS gamers were eating. And after playing the Battlefield 6 beta these past couple weeks, it really did feel like we're going back, but in the best possible way. Battlefield hasn't been really relevant in the scene for a few years now, since Battlefield 1. And don't get me started on Halo. Everybody knows where Halo's at currently. COD has sort of become the end-all be-all FPS Goliath in the industry, which has its good and bad things, but currently we're definitely seeing more of the bad. Now with Battlefield 6 open beta having about, 800,000 concurrent players on Steam, yet alone all the other console platforms as well as the EA launcher, like possibly millions of people playing this open beta. The hype is real and it's coming in hot. It's without a doubt in my mind that Battlefield 6 has generated an immense amount of hype. And I do genuinely believe when this game launches in October, a lot of that hype is gonna get even hyper. We're only seeing a snippet now of what Battlefield 6 really could be, but at launch we're gonna have the new Portal mode, which is sort of like Halo Forge back in the day, but a more advanced version where people can create their own game modes and maps. Battlefield 6 is also gonna have their own free-to-play battle royale, which, you know, is gonna be huge because regardless of what you guys might think about battle royales and the genre, it is still insanely popular and people want a new, fresh take on an FPS battle royale. Because I believe the only two ones right now are Apex Legends and Warzone, and you know, Apex is great and all, but very different from just a traditional military style battle royale, which is Warzone, and Warzone right now is just not just terrible. Warzone is just terrible. I don't know what else to say about Warzone. I've said a lot about Warzone. Warzone is terrible right now. With Battlefield 6 coming out in October, most likely going to be a Goliath in the FPS genre. It's really making me think that we are entering a new golden age of FPS, at least more so now than ever before. The reason Halo, Call of Duty, and Battlefield were so relevant back in the day was not because they were just fun, energetic, entertaining games, but they also innovated. Everything that came out of all of these franchises, you know, from their previous game to their next game, elevated the game before and also elevated what you were able to do now, currently. Halo 3 had multiplayer, custom games, as well as Forge. ODST introduced Firefight. Reach just combined all of them together and just put a fresh polish on top. Every year after MW2, the original MW2, COD changed up the formula, brought everything great from back in the day, introduced the Pick 10 system, had incredible maps and competitive modes, kept everything fresh and refreshing. COD was always a game that you can just hop on and just play for hours and not even realize you were doing it. Battlefield 3 and 4 brought big team military battles. It allowed you to play with 31 other teammates against 32 enemies, all on one giant map with vehicles and all these utilities, operators, and classes specific to Battlefield. Each game innovated from the prior and brought something new while also keeping such an identity. Like the core fundamentals were there in each franchise. And now in the year 2025, Halo has lost its identity almost entirely, the same as COD. Halo refuses to innovate on anything. Call of Duty's just raking in whatever they can from player bases in FPS that just don't have a home. And Battlefield is at the forefront, able to take advantage of an opportunity that shines a light on all these other franchises and possibly, with the launch of Battlefield 6, be able to have a great game that does everything that those games back in the day used to do. Innovate, add, and just give a fun, entertaining game for everybody. And if they do that, Call of Duty and Halo have to follow. And if Halo and Call of Duty follow the lead that Battlefield Studios is currently doing, we would be in a new golden age of first-person shooters. I did not have hope for Halo Studios prior to the Battlefield 6 open beta, but after seeing what Battlefield Studios, formerly DICE, was able to accomplish, I really do genuinely think that Halo Studios can do the same exact thing. And this video is me hoping they would. There's rumors circulating that Treyarch with Battlefield 7, like they were actually spending all that development time over the past 4 or 5 years creating this game. It's not Black Ops 6. So hopefully that means that Black Ops 7 is actually going to be another Goliath game, but we'll just have to wait and see. Regardless, Call of Duty will see players playing Battlefield 6 and what they're able to offer, and most likely follow suit with their own games. Battlefield 6 actually has an opportunity here to shock the industry, jumpstart it back to something that it hasn't had in decades. I was never really a Battlefield player back in the day. I did play some Battlefield 3, but I was primarily on Halo. Halo was my main game, and even Call of Duty here and there with MW2, MW3, Black Ops. But Halo 3, Halo ODST, and Halo Reach were my games. I knew how great Battlefield 3 was and how great Battlefield 4 was. But realistically, I felt I didn't really need to play those games because how great my favorite games were. But here I am now, spending every minute I could on the Battlefield 6 beta, just having the most fun I've had playing FPS since the original Warzone dropped in 2020. If Battlefield 6 drops with everything that they're promising, it can do serious good for just all FPS across the board. I'm most excited for the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale, Firestorm, whatever they're going to call it. I'm very excited to play Firestorm. A little ironic that it's called Firestorm and the ring is a ring of fire that closes, like the gas that closes in and making the zone smaller, setting in Los Angeles. It's a little wild. It's a little wild that it's set in Los Angeles, but being here in Los Angeles, I don't care. I'm excited. I think it'll be a great game. And if Battlefield Studios can do what they're promising, Halo Studios and Activision have no choice but to follow suit. They really have no choice. There is no way that we would ever hear again that the only BR that Halo needs is the battle rifle. That'll never come out of anybody's mouths ever again. Halo really could have just had lightning in the bottle dropping a battle royale with Halo Infinite. I mean, give it, Halo Infinite had a litany of other problems, so it probably wouldn't have been good in the first place. But, now they're going to have some serious competition. So let's see what Halo Studios can actually do if they follow through with a battle royale, which I still think they should. I would play it. I would try it out. But I really just wanted to get on here and just talk about what Battlefield 6 really means to a lot of people. I mean, it really does feel like this is our last real hope, or, the first glimpse of hope that a lot of first-person shooter players and gamers, within the genre have for the genre as a whole. I hope everybody else had a good time playing the Battlefield open beta. And if you haven't played it yet, I hope that you got to watch some people play it, watch some YouTubes. I highly recommend watching whatever you can, supporting the development studios, giving your feedback in the comments, either on this video or your favorite content creators' videos. Let Battlefield Studios know how hyped you are for their game, and hopefully we'll see you on the battlefield in October. 'Cause I sure as hell am going to be there, and I'm definitely going to be in that battle royale for certain. So I appreciate everybody for watching the video. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're enjoying Battlefield and want to see more Battlefield content in the future. Be happy, smile, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.